Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Great. My name is Arnelle Milhouse. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Career Devs Computer Science Institute, operating here in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm also the entrepreneur in residence at Brown University, operating out of the Nelson Center for Entrepreneurship. And we're going to talk a little bit about what we've done over the past few years, but I do want to recognize RIBBA and the work, the tireless work that Lisa Ranglin's been putting in since 2011. And we can clap for that because while it is the thing of the day to be an African American starting a business now in the past 2 months, everyone all of a sudden is coming out of the woodworks, emails, phone calls, support. Lisa's been doing it even before 2010, just helping people out in the community, struggling day by day, bringing together coalitions, because we like to say that it takes a village, and Lisa has been the consummate example of that. She's been a beacon of hope for myself prior to me starting my business. And what was really interesting is that we've been in orbit. There are too many people of color, African Americans, blacks in this state that are doing things that have never really sat down at the table and connected one dot. When there's a constellation of opportunities that we cannot connect on our own. But Lisa has been working tirelessly. An army of one, literally an army of one, to bring opportunities to businesses, to inspire companies, and you've been an inspiration to me. We founded Intercity Geeks in 2015, Career Devs in 2017, and we've had conversations where you were like, Arnelle, do it. What are you waiting for? You have the talent, my brother. Do it. And it was a chance meeting with Michael Van Leesten that really kicked off the opportunity that we launched with Career Devs Computer Science Institute. And really rest in power to Michael. And it's interesting, my brother, when you mentioned the state grants that you received. We're close. We're getting close to you. We got 30,000. Couple more years, we might be up to that 50,000 that you received. But we've been doing it by ourselves, and let me tell you what does Career Devs do? We are one of the most innovative post-secondary schools in the country. We've taken a 4-year computer science collegiate level experience. We've distilled it down into a 1-year window. We've guaranteed that every graduate will get a job. And if they don't get a job within 6 months in the field that we promised them, that they never owe us a dime. People say, are you accredited? I said, we're accredited by our results. More than any other college or university in this country, we have a 98% placement rate. And the people that most universities, it's interesting, we were having a conversation recently at Brown, and we were talking to them about our outcomes. And one of the administrators there was saying, wow, I think that's the true model of success. The arbiter of success is whether you can take individuals from non-affluent backgrounds, right? Because Brown takes in the very, very best, and they output the very, very best. We've designed Career Devs to find the waiters, waitresses, retail workers, people that are making $15,000 a year, $20,000 a year, and we guarantee them that they're going to be making at least $50,000 at the end of 12 months. But no one has ever taken a job for $50,000, not even $60,000 full time. Everyone is earning $75,000, $85,000, and $95,000 a year. And in the past 2 years, we've graduated 50 Rhode Islanders in our program. Our highest earning graduate landed a job with Amazon up in Boston, $140,000 a year, African American. Wow. Right? Powerful stuff. In the computer science industry, African Americans comprise 3% of software engineers. Women comprise 7%. At Career Devs, people of color comprise 35%, and women comprise 45%. So we're pushing that envelope to make sure that there's intention behind what we're doing. And it's been a phenomenal experience because it's interesting. I have this desk, and behind my desk on this platform, when students graduate, they come back and they'll talk to the students, but it's often in tears. And you don't see this at the typical university, at a graduation ceremony when people are crying. Because our students are often people that are aged 25 to 45 years old and have been working in the industry for 5, 10, 15, 20 years at minimum wage. And so now, to be able to reach out and grab that American dream, which they thought was never gonna happen for them. 70% of Americans earn between $20,000 and $49,000 a year. This is supposed to be the land of opportunity, but it hasn't been. That number is about 90% for African Americans. And so we have to figure out a way to, I'm at a loss of words, which is kind of rare, because I cannot figure out why we could be doing what we're doing and we don't have every organization in this state saying, we want to fund you. As much as we're funding URI, as much as we're funding Providence College, or as much as we're funding any other university in the state. Yet still I rise, right? I've had to fund this out of my savings. Thank God for Bitcoin, right? 2011, shout out. But I know that there are organizations and people in this state that thought that we were going to dry up and just wither away, that $30,000 wasn't gonna last us. But we need to be at the point, as our representative mentioned, that there's a lot of money that is being given to corporations. And it's a time that we stand up and we demand that, or we vote these people out. Barack Obama said a few weeks ago, he goes, we need to make people in power uncomfortable. We cannot stand by idly anymore. We can't just protest anymore. We have to show up at Senate finance meetings and make ourselves known. The last thing I'll mention is that Lisa and myself, we've been getting together recently, putting our heads together and asking ourselves, what can we do to bring Black businesses into prominence? Let people see them front and center. So Lisa, myself, and other leaders in the African American community, we put our brains together and we came up and we launched on Juneteenth, blacklivesbiz.com. It's a listing of every Black-owned business in Rhode Island that you can go to, you can search, and you can find. And it's also the nation's first national directory of Black-owned businesses. I did a TED Talk a few years ago called The Silicon Road, how Rhode Island was the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution. And I'm telling you, we had, in the meetings that we've had with Lisa, with RIBBA, and other leaders in the African American community here in Rhode Island, in Providence, because of the vision, the intelligence, and the wisdom of groups like RIBBA, we are going to be, in this state, the birthplace of the African American Industrial Revolution for the 21st century. Thank you very much.